Hello, my name is Dan Allen, and in this video I'll be taking you on a tour of the web-based and mobile app Starling Minds. Starling Minds is a digital program claiming to help you better manage stress, anxiety, and burnout and depression, and helping users lead a healthier, happier life. In this video, I'll be taking you on a tour of both the web and mobile apps, and we'll be discussing if it lives up to its claim of improving user mental wellness. I'll be discussing limitations of the application and potential for future research. This video is being submitted for the Mindfulness and Technology Infused Education Graduate Education course at Ontario Tech University. Starling Minds has made headlines in recent years as a mental health and well-being support for many Canadian companies and organizations. This review will take you through a tour of the application and its many features. When you land on the Starling Minds main website, you'll see a very clean and clearly laid out website indicating what Starling Minds is capable of. Let's log in and have a look. As you log into the Starling Minds website, you'll see a very minimalistic design. We're using the web-based version of the app here today, but it does have a mobile app as well. And you can see through each of the menus. We have the home page. This is the training section. Here we have a series of exercises. These are brief, often 2 to 5 minute exercises. Under webinars, we have current, upcoming, and pre-recorded webinars available for users to use. Some of these are offered live. Some of them are pre-recorded. We'll go into some detail in just a little bit. Also, we have some videos shared. Some of them are just audio files, but some are video files as well to help educate users of Starling Minds. Under the tools sections, we have some different metrics and menus that we can use to track our wellness over a period of time. And then finally, the Starling Minds community. The community is anonymous. It's made up of users of the app. We'll go in and have a little look later on at what is in each one of these areas, but you can see that there are general topics that you can go in and have discussions with other users of the app. We will now take a little bit deeper look at some of the activities and exercises that Starling Minds offers its users. Under the training menu, we've selected stress and energy, and at this point we're going to go through and show some of the different menus and tracking features that Starling Minds is capable of. You'll also see embedded through the app connections to the community where you can read and hear how other professionals in your field are feeling about their mental health. Under the stress and energy menu, the nice thing about Starling Minds is it does provide users the opportunity to record how they are feeling and then track this over a period of time. So here we can see if we click on very high, it tells us the percentage of people who in our field who are also feeling that way, as well as some information. And if we go in, it does take us through an activity here where we will see where we can monitor our stress, make notes about that stress. This would be great in a situation where you were working with a mental health practitioner and wanted to have a sort of a diary of your feelings over time. We can have a look at some different stressors that may affect people commonly in their lives. And we can also record this, and again, this is tracked over time. So if we were to go back a month from now, 2 months from now, we can look for trends in our activities. Once we select our stress level through this menu, it will take us through a series of different activities that we might want to do to help improve that. So if we click on Next, it gives us some learning around why we may feel stress, some genetic backgrounds into that, as well as videos and opportunities for you to learn more about yourself. We keep track of our battery. That's the general icon they use to keep track of people's energy levels. And again, all of the menus are very clear and easy to follow, easy for people to navigate, and very clean. Again, because I am part of the Principal Vice Principal community in Starling Minds, I can read comments and feedback from other peoples in my position provincially who are feeling the same stresses that I do. Another nice piece of Starling Minds is it does provide the option for members to give feedback so further refinements can be made. If we navigate to the training menu, we'll find a variety of different activities that users can go through and use to improve their mental wellness. You can see each one of these sessions is titled. It also gives a brief description and a time so you know exactly how long it will take you to go through each one of these different menus. Again, these are clearly and cleanly laid out, easy to navigate for users, and have a clear explanation of each session. If we navigate to the exercises menu, these are quicker activities that can be done in 2 to 5 minutes. Under relaxing strategies, we'll see a variety of different tools and activities, again, along with a brief description in terms of whether they're audio or video and the duration. In the webinar section, we showed this briefly before, but I'll go into a little bit more detail now. If I go into Cultivating Calm, for example, it has a variety of sessions that all have the same theme. If we pick one, we can see the original date. We can see a video. This is just over an hour long, as well as some different pieces that users can use to track their changes over time. Similar to other pieces in Starling Minds, we still have a connection to the community, and we'll go into that community in a little bit more detail in the next section. We'll now take a moment to have a look at the Starling Minds community. As you can see here, we have a variety of different topics that we can click into, including recommended topics and other general topics of discussion. If we have a look and click into one of these, let's select work and career. You can see that they have some norms established, and then this is a specific principal, vice principal community where posts are made by members of the Starling Minds community. One thing to note here, and this will be discussed in more detail later on, there is no practicing mental health practitioners as part of this chat. This is simply members of the community chatting in a general format. Just as a demonstration to show how Starling Minds looks on the mobile app, this is the app as it looks on an iPhone. The app is available on both the Apple and Android stores. You can see that you have full access to the Starling Minds platform, including access to all exercises, activities, all webinars, as well as the Starling Minds community. It's on a smaller screen format, but all the same functionality. The layout is very clear. There's not a lot of extra text or images on the screen. And generally speaking, the app is very clean and visually appealing. Here you can see the notification settings available on the iPhone. You can turn these notifications on or off. There's also options to provide feedback as well as subscribe to webinars. To provide some more metrics and to further analyze the Starling Minds web app, I employed the mobile app rating scale developed by Stoyanov et al. In 2015. The app that I used for this analysis was the iPhone app of Starling Minds. It is developed by Starling Minds Incorporated and it looks like it's regularly updated, with its last update happening on November 1st, 2024. Here we can see the various targets that Starling Minds claims to cover through its mobile app, as well as the backgrounds and strategies it employs to support its users. The Starling Minds documentation indicates affiliation with the British Columbia Workplace Health Call Center, as well as Fraser Health and Authority, is suitable for young adults and adults, and has a variety of technical aspects. Under Section A, Engagement, I did find the app fun and engaging, and I did find it held my interest. I gave it a 4 out of 5 in terms of entertainment. It was moderately fun and entertaining, and similarly for interest, it held my attention for approximately 5 to 10 minutes before I got bored of it. Under customization, there were some options for customization to allow the user to tailor the experience to their needs. There were some interactive features and some feedback options. And in terms of the target group, this is a very specific app made for a very specific group of people, so I did score that a 5. My total engagement score average was 4.20. In the functionality section, this is a very slick performing app. You can tell it is very professionally made. Everything works the way it should. In terms of the performance, there were no issues, no glitches, no lagging. Everything was perfectly timed, no bugs or technical issues whatsoever. And in terms of ease of use, again, it's very intuitive to navigate. I didn't find an issue using either the web-based app or the mobile app. Under navigation, again, very easy to use. This is a professional app, very slick. I gave it a 4 to 5 only because there were times where you might get lost in a menu and find it difficult to navigate back to your home page. In terms of the gestural design, everything acts the way you think it should. This is where the app really shined, with a mean score of 4.75 out of 5. Section C corresponds to aesthetics, the graphic design, and overall visual appeal. Again, I really like the simple, effective layout of each screen. Again, in both the mobile app and the web-based app, no concerns at all about how to navigate or what the images looked like. Questions 11 and 12, again, speak to aesthetics. Under graphics and visual appeal, again, very nicely laid out app. Everything was very high quality, high resolution. The only reason I scored it a little lower on visual appeal at a 4 out of 5 is simply because sometimes in the webinars, the facilitator was a little bit difficult to see, but overall a very good app with a mean score in aesthetics of 4.67 out of 5. Section D references information. Again, the information in terms of the accuracy of the app description compared to what it did, it was highly accurate. Everything the app was supposed to do, it did effectively. In terms of the goals, it didn't really provide users with goals. It more provided them with a means of tracking. So the goal would have to come independently, not from the app. And because of that, I rated that a 4 out of 5. Regarding quality of information, everything in the app is correct, well written, and relevant to the topic and goal. Everything here aligns with the research that we've been doing around mindfulness. With respect to quantity of information, I did find at times the app got a little repetitive. There were some things that went back to on a regular basis, but it did not have a wide variety of wellness practices. In terms of visual information, everything was mostly clear, correct, and with negligible issues. With respect to credibility and evidence base, this is where I began to find some issues with the Starling Minds web-based and mobile apps. The app does mention the fact that CBT is a evidence-based practice. However, they don't provide any direct links to any of the studies or evidence they've done. I did find myself wishing they provided links to their research so I could further research myself. what the different practices were and the impact they could have. Again, with respect to evidence base, it indicates the app has been trialed, but the studies and trials are not available for public reference. The mean score for Section D, information, was 3.86. Under App Subjective Quality, Section E, the first question asks, would you recommend this app to people who might benefit from it? And I probably would. There are many people I would recommend this app to, including people who didn't have access to personalized mental health supports. How many times would this app be used in the next 12 months? I would say probably 10 to 50, maybe weekly, bi-weekly, depending on the needs of the user. The reason I selected maybe for the question, would you pay for this app, is the fact that there are so many good resources out there that are free to users. The nice thing is that Starling Minds does provide you with tools to track your moods and to track the effectiveness of the app over time. As we can see from the mean scores from the Mars rating scale, this is a very high quality product from the folks at Starling Minds. It is available via a variety of platforms as well as web-based and provides users with a very effective way of tracking and monitoring their mental health as well as some quality strategies for improving their mental health. The research around the efficacy of wellness apps and mental training is well documented. The 2017 research by Tang et al. Indicates significantly increased functioning in the brain after mindfulness training. The research of Hedman-Lagerlof et al. In 2023 found that internet-based cognitive behavior therapy had similar effects to face-to-face cognitive-based therapy, pointing to the efficacy of mobile apps as a usable mental health support. Other research conducted by Mickey et al., Eilert et al., and Gall et al. All found that internet-delivered cognitive behavior therapy improved user symptoms of depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. It should be noted, though, that Dr. Andrew Mickey is one of the founding members of the Starling Minds program. Based on the research, a large body of evidence supports the use of internet-based cognitive behavioral therapy. We will now look at some of the potential concerns that could surface when implementing a digital mindfulness platform. Lenardon's 2023 systematic review and meta-analysis of attrition rates in mindfulness applications indicated that attrition rates averaged 25% in all studies analyzed, and this rate grew to 38% in studies with larger sample sizes. Touros' 2020 systematic review and meta-analysis also indicated attrition rates of 26 to 48%. The only study that specifically trialed the Starling Minds web-based iCBT program was Mickey's 2021 study. It had concerning attrition rates, with 14% of users classified as non-starters and only 12% of users classified as completers, for a cumulative attrition rate of 88%. Mickey's research indicated that a significantly higher percentage of females, 91%, logged into the program than did males, only at 5%. Perhaps collecting and implementing feedback from the male users could impact the overall usage and attrition data for Starling Minds. Another area of potential concern is the lack of evidence-based research provided to users on the Starling Minds website and through the mobile app. The website makes several claims about the efficacy of the program, but these numbers are not available through any peer-reviewed studies linked from the website. A more complete research section could improve user uptake and confidence. In cases such as this one, where research appears to be provided, the corresponding website, when clicked, does not exist. To summarize, the Starling Minds website and app is a handsome and easy to navigate internet-based cognitive behavioral therapy platform that incorporates many mindfulness techniques and educational opportunities for users. It provides a community where members can share their experiences and allows users to track their feelings, moods, and overall mental health. Starling Minds would be improved if it were able to find ways to improve rates of attrition and if it could provide users with a more complete research base with evidence of its efficacy. On the screen now are the references for this assignment. Thank you for watching.